All right, this is part 2 of using your browser to do advanced searches, maximizing your search criteria so that the information that you get back is more relevant to what you're searching for. You can, if you haven't taken a look at episode 1, take a look at episode 1. But your browser is probably the most versatile application that you use. I mean, you can not only use it for, I've got images up here right now, but searching for information, streaming video, streaming audio, viewing images, playing games. But you can also do it for, maps and directions and conversions. And I want to show you some of the other things that you can do with it. So I was going to be traveling from the lower 48 in the United States to go to Alaska. I was driving to Alaska. I was going to be going through 3 provinces of Canada. And I was going to enter Canada and Alberta, and I was going to drive through most of Alberta and then through British Columbia, through the Yukon Territory before I reached Alaska. So I was talking to a guy who had made that trip. He said, "Oh, you're gonna love it when you get into Canada. You're going to make such good time because the speed limit in Canada is 100 miles per hour. And I thought, 100 miles per hour? I said, "You're not serious." He goes, "Oh, yeah, it's 100 miles an hour. You're going to be able to make great time across Canada." And I thought, well, that can't be true. So I cross over into Alberta, and the speed limit was 100 kilometers per hour, not 100 miles per hour. So I don't know if this guy thought that 100 kilometers per hour translated to 100 miles per hour. I can't believe this guy made it all the way across 2.5 to 3 provinces of Canada at 100 miles an hour and didn't get pulled over to get corrected on that. But anyway, so you can go in here and you can say, okay, 100 kilometers per hour in miles per hour. Enter. Oh, let me go to all here. So 100 kilometers per hour in miles per hour. Okay, there it is. That brings it right up at the top. 100 kilometers per hour is 62, just a hair over 62 miles per hour. So this guy's doing 100 miles per hour through Canada. And so if we look at 100 miles per hour in kilometers per hour, in kilometers per hour, that's 160 kilometers per hour. He was doing almost 61 kilometers per hour over the posted speed limit. So let's see, 60 kilometers per hour in miles per hour. He was doing 37 miles per hour over the speed limit. He didn't realize, I guess, that the metric system does not translate 1-to-1 into the imperial system. So that is one lucky guy not to have gotten caught. Anyway, you can do all kinds of conversions with this. So if I want to say, what's 100 grams in ounces? 100 grams in ounces is 3.52 ounces. And if I want to see what 2 liters in ounces, 70.39. 1 gram, 1 gallon in liters. There we go. I just got to enter it properly. 1 gallon in liters. 3.78 liters in a gallon. So you can do conversions directly in your little search bar. It's not just for searching. There's all kinds of cool things you can do with. Let's say I want to look at a map of Santa Fe, New Mexico, and there it is. It was like the second listing there. Put the satellite imagery over the top of it, and so there's a map of Santa Fe, New Mexico. Let's say I want to have directions from my current location to, let me see, Directions to 10 Elm Street in Columbus, Ohio. I'm just making this up. So if this is actually somebody's address, I apologize. I just pulled this out of a hat because in the Midwest there are a lot of streets named after trees. And there it is. So 10 Elm Street, Columbus, Ohio directions. I've got a very slow internet connection here, so I'm waiting for it to come up. And there it is. You know, the fastest route from where I live is only 20 hours and 54 minutes of driving. So pretty cool. You can show the steps. So it's, you know, it's giving you the exact same information as if you went to the mapping utility. You went to the mapping utility and entered in the information, but you don't have to do that. You can put that into your search bar and it'll bring it up for you. I find that doing it that way is actually faster, you know, than navigating to the map utility and then entering in the start and end position, because by my IP address it knows where I'm located. So let's see some other things that we can look up. One of the things I look up frequently is PDF documents. Whenever I'm putting information together to publish for your information, you know, whether it's this channel or my other channel, Ground Control RC, I always put it in a PDF document. Everybody can download and read a PDF document. So, you know, it's the lowest common denominator. You know, everybody's going to be able to use it. So I frequently look for information, especially for manuals and things. I frequently look for information in PDF files. So if we put in file type and then colon, and I'm telling it that I'm looking for a file type of PDF, and in quotes I've got coloring book. So let's put that in and see. And then here we go, right at the top. We've got A to Z coloring book, Cambridge English. So let's bring that up and see what it is. Again, I have a slow internet connection. I'm waiting on it to load here. And there we go. Cambridge English Young Learners coloring book for learning English. FEMA, I don't know why FEMA would have a coloring book. Okay, here's a free kids coloring book and activity book. It's a little smaller document, but yeah, so it's an activity book and a coloring book that you can download and use for free for your kids, your grandkids, whatever. One of the other things I look for is, let's say, recipe, and let's see, Brady. You guys know what a Brady is? Recipe, King Arthur Baking, Brady. A Brady is a meat pie. Here we go. Originally from the town of Forfar in Scotland, these neat little round pies and easy hot water pastry can be made with any kind of ground meat. They are a takeout staple in shops all over Scotland. Actually, anywhere in the UK that I have been in, just about every restaurant offers meat pies. You know, so and they're absolutely delicious. So yeah, so you can print this one out, or we can actually go in and let's look for file type, PDF. There we go. Look at this. We got a PDF. That's rhubarb. I really don't want rhubarb, but here's a recipe card for the variety. So let's bring that up in a new tab. Man, is that easy? Is that easy and quick, and the results brought back precisely what I was looking for by telling it precisely what I'm looking for. So I was looking for a recipe. I was looking for a particular food in the recipe, and I wanted to see if I could find the recipe in a downloadable PDF document. Everything that I searched for just now, I mean, it came up in you know, the first. Well, as long as it's not rhubarb, I was looking for a savory one. I should have put savory in there too. But the fourth one down gave me exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, so other ways that you can efficiently search for precisely what you're looking for, so that you get very relevant returns and it's not wasting your time, and other things like conversions and calculations that you can actually do. So stay tuned. That's a wrap on this episode. Stay tuned, and we'll be going over some additional advanced search criteria that you can use for different things. One of the things I look for that as far as relevancy is date. How recent is the information? So stay tuned, and I will see you in the next episode.